Previously on Danganronpa. I would like to point out, Junko's face is hidden once again, and those are some massively short shorts. And her face is hidden. All right. Well, here's the thing. I don't think... Was it really up for question? Were we really debating that the true mastermind is the one that attacked Mukuro? Was it really the debate? We know that the rest of us didn't do that. So the true mastermind, who is the last remaining student, who again, if you think about it, if Monokuma is sitting right here with us talking, that means that this student is not there. They're in the... But I guess, like, he is the avatar, the stand-in for... Which is something to consider. That this is a student that we have, that we know is not one of us, that's still sitting over there in this room. Just saying.
This is just awful. On top of my secret being revealed, I had to look at those positively grotesque scars of yours.
Oh, we'll deal with it. Deal with it.
Sorry, did I say that out loud? I do hope I didn't hurt your feelings.
Not at all. You can say whatever you want.
She doesn't really have feelings. I mean, she does, but she doesn't.
Sure, as long as it means pushing me farther into the corner, right? But I'm not cornered just yet. Because if you haven't noticed, the circumstances surrounding Mukuro's death are totally unknown.
Are they, though?
That's true. All we know right now is she was killed a good while before this morning.
On the contrary, we don't know anything other than that.
You're not going to tell us she was already dead before we arrived here or something, are you?
In that regard, you have nothing to worry about. I promise you, without a doubt, she died after our little killing game began here.
Yeah, Sayaka was dead
Then
first.
somehow, she was killed in secret without any of us knowing.
And after she died, who knows how much time went by before we found her, right? Did the culprit stash her somewhere? She couldn't have been in the garden the whole time, could she?
If she was, she would have been totally decomposed. Just like your brain.
Then, she was being stored somewhere?
But to hide a body here, to just store it somewhere?
There's only one place I can think of. Anywhere else the body could have been stored. The bio lab. The pool. You put a lot of ice cubes in there.
Mukuro's body was probably kept hidden in the biolab.
Biolab? You mean on the 5th floor?
That's right. It's actually set up for use as a morgue. So it's the perfect place to hide a body, and it'd keep the body preserved at the same time.
Then you're also saying the body was moved from the biolab to the garden.
Mm-hmm.
And I have no doubt that that's exactly what happened. In fact, I have proof.
It's the tarp. The proof that shows the body was carried from the biolab to the garden.
I got it! What makes me so sure the body was carried from the biolab to the garden is the tarp that we found in the garden. When I was checking it over again, I noticed something. I noticed that some text had been stamped on one corner of the tarp.
Oh, it says Biolab.
Holy cow! How'd you notice that tiny little thing?
Makoto's nitpicky nature seems to have surfaced with perfect timing.
This proves that the tarp originally came from the biolab. In fact, there's a whole stack of tarps just like it in there.
So when the killer moved the body to the garden, they must have grabbed a tarp to wrap it in.
Yep.
Then they simply left it as it was to protect against the sprinklers and put the coat on it afterwards.
You made everything sound so amazingly consistent.
That's just a wild guess.
Ooh, the bear's sweating.
Where's your evidence? Prove that the body was wrapped in a tarp and moved.
There is no evidence. I was simply explaining what I think happened. But you seem to be getting pretty worked up about it, wouldn't you say?
Worked up?
Also, who puts on a jacket backwards?
Now that the conversation has turned to the topic of the biolab, you must be getting pretty nervous. Because the key to uncovering your secret identity is hidden within that room, isn't it?
You talking about unmasking the mastermind?
You see, the biolab contained an inconsistency. One so major it can't be overlooked.
An inconsistency in the biolab? Could you be talking about...
La, la, I can't hear you. La,
I don't actually...
la, la,
I'm trying to remember what she might be talking about.
Such a child. Oh well, just ignore him.
I need to pull myself together and think. The inconsistency in the biolab. Could you be talking about...
By the way, Makoto, what about that one thing?
What one thing?
What do you think I'm talking about? Your family.
What? What?
Don't tell me you forgot about that video message.
In all respects, that could have been a good spot to leave last episode if I just got a couple more minutes.
So what do you think? Are you sure your family's still okay?
What does that have to do with anything right now?
Why are you bringing that up now?
Your mom, your dad, your little sister. What do you think has happened to your family? Are they really as safe as you might have assumed?
Stop talking about that!
Calm down, Makoto. He wants you to get upset.
Yeah, I need to calm down. I can't let him get to me. He's just saying that because he knows we're getting close to the truth of the biolab. So if I wanted him to shut up, I need to expose the inconsistency and slam him with it. Uh-oh. Fudge, this is not gonna be good. This is not gonna be good.
Are you sure about this? Are you sure about this? What? What do you want? Are you sure about this? Are you sure about this? Are you sure about this? Are you sure about this?
Come on.
What? What do you want? Are you sure about this? 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 What? What do you want? I'm not listening!
Wait, what? Biolab lights, group photo. Oh, I don't know what it is. Oh, man.
Are you sure about this? Are you sure about this? Are you
Okay,
sure
keep forgetting I have to
about
reload.
this? I'm not listening!
In a room secret? Biolab secret?
Are you sure about this? What? What do you want? Are you sure about this? I'm not listening!
This should prove it.
Okay, woo! Man, that was freaking me out there for a second.
The inconsistency Kyoko's talking about is the lights.
Honestly, I don't know what she's talking about with the lights, so this will be news to me.
What are you talking about? What about the lights?
Like I said before, the biolab also acts as a morgue. And as part of that, a giant refrigerator was installed in there. That's where everyone who's died is stored.
And it was set up so that when a slot had a body in it, a blue light would turn on.
Yep.
In other words, if the blue light is on, that means there's a body in that slot.
But I counted up the number of blue lights that were on, including the one Mukuro was in. And there were only 9.
Why does that matter? You gotta give me the bite-sized version here, man.
9 lights doesn't make sense. The number of lights it should be on is... 10 lights?
I got it! 10 of the lights should have been on. Any other number is incredibly suspicious.
Suspicious? Why?
That's simple. Just recall who's died here so far, and it should become clear.
That's right. That's the key to solving this mystery. Sayaka died first. Junko was second. Leon was third. Chihiro was fourth. Mondo was fifth. It's because it's Junko's body, guys. That's why there's only 9 lights. Taka was 6th, then Hifumi was 7th. Celeste was 8th. Sakura was 9th. And the victim number 10 was Mukuro.
So 10 people in all?
That's right. Any other number should make you immediately suspicious. But according to the lights in the biolab, only 9 people were being stored there.
You're saying a dead body just up and disappeared?
I got it! The mastermind destroyed one of the bodies to get rid of evidence.
But if they wanted to do that, they would have destroyed Mukuro's body, since they actually killed her. And yet, her body was left alone.
Then, whose body disappeared?
It may very well be that none of them disappeared.
And if that's true, then why doesn't the body count match?
Including Monokuma's executions, there have apparently been 10 deaths, but there were only 9 bodies. That's the point I'm trying to make.
I'm completely lost. How can the number of victims be less than the number of murders?
It's also interesting that, so we have the photographs that don't show Junko's face, but we do see Junko's face in that series of slides of the dead bodies, which is like making me think that Junko actually maybe have looked different in the class photos. Like maybe somebody took her identity. The explanation for those murders, for more murders and victims. Why is that? What would it take for that to make sense? The mastermind destroyed the body, the same person was killed twice. Only 9 murders took place. The same person was killed twice.
I got it! What about if the same person was killed twice?
Killed twice?
Officially, 10 murders have been committed so far. But one of the victims may have been murdered, and then murdered again.
Murdered and murdered again?
If that's the case, There could have been 10 killings, but still only 9 victims, right?
Right.
Technically, you're right, I guess. But still, something like that.
Could easily have happened. No, it is what happened.
It is what happened.
Sounds like you're already convinced. Then can you tell us who was killed twice?
Yep.
It was Mukuro, of course. Before she was killed as Mukuro Ikusaba, she was killed as someone else.
Oh my god! Am I right?
And that's why the body had to be stored in the biolab until the moment we found it in the garden.
No, that's crazy talk. She was killed as someone else? Come on! Besides, who could that someone else even have been?
All you have to do is look at those bodily injuries of hers, and that will become obvious.
It was Junko. Oh my god.
Nothing's gonna become obvious. Because Kyoko's totally delusional.
I love when I'm right about something. Now I have to prove it.
Who is this someone else that Mukuro was killed as? Was it Sayaka Maizono? Junko Enoshima?
I'm pretty sure it's Junko,
Leon Kuwata?
but we're gonna let this go through.
Hiro Fujisaki? Mondo Owada? Kiyotaka Ishimaru? Hifumi Yamada? Celestia Lu... whatever? Or maybe... Sakura Ogami? No. There's no way anyone was murdered twice!
I'm taking that one. Maybe? Mukuro died from the wounds she had all over her body. Actually, no, I want to take the name and then do that. Right?
Who is this someone else that Mukuro was killed as? Was it Sayaka Maizono? Junko Enoshima?
We want to take that one.
Leon Kuwata?
And then murdered twice in the back end.
Hiro Fujisaki? Mondo Owada? Kiyotaka Ishimaru? Hifumi Yamada? Celestia Lu... whatever? Or maybe... Sakura Ogami? No. There's no way anyone was murdered twice! No, that's wrong!
No, that's wrong!
Junko. Wasn't her fatal injury pretty similar to Mukuro's?
What do you mean?
Well, remember what happened to her? She was impaled by a bunch of spears, all over her body.
And Mukuro died from a number of wounds across her body. When you compare that to the stab wounds Junko suffered...
And the similarities match?
Yes, and those are the only fatal injuries that match up. That explains why those two bodies are actually one and the same.
So let me see if I have this straight. Junko, or someone going by that name, was stabbed to death with multiple spears. Then her body was kept in the biolab for however long before being dragged out again.
Yep.
Only this time, it was presented as the corpse of one Mukuro Ikusaba.
Yep.
It all matches up, right? Those wounds Junko suffered could easily be these same injuries.
It's really true? Mukuro and Junko are the same person? Wait, so then... Yeah, what does it all mean?
It means that there haven't been 10 victims, but 9. Which also means that among the people we thought were dead, one is still alive.
Yeah.
And that's the true identity of the mastermind?
Who is it? Who's behind all this?
We already know the answer to that. It's Mukuro. She's still alive. She took Junko's body. and made it look like she was the one who died. So Mukuro is still alive. She's gotta be. Total silence? Then I must be right. I'm right, aren't I?
Mukuro alive? The one that's still alive is Mukuro? But can we really believe that? File lab, Monokuma file, Mukuro's Ikusaba's profile. Alright.
The body we found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's still alive?
That's right. She made it look like Junko's body was her. So the mastermind's true identity is Mukuro.
What do you say, Monokuma? Do you give up?
I can take that. Mukuro is still alive? Can I really believe that?
The body we found in the
I gotta go with
garden.
Mukuro's profile, right?
It wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's still alive?
We're arguing it wasn't Mukuro.
That's right. She made it look like Junko's body was her. So the mastermind's true identity is Mukuro.
What do you say, Monokuma? Do you give up?
Ooh, I don't know, man. Can I really believe that?
The body we found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
I don't know.
Then she's still alive?
That's right. She made it look like Junko's body was her. So the mastermind's true identity is
Yeah.
Mukuro.
What do you say, Monokuma?
Did that not work?
Do
I
you
usually
give
get
up?
the...
The body we found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
I don't know. I'm gonna... Okay. Woo!
No, it's wrong. No, the body we found in the garden was Mukuro. That's one thing we can be sure of.
I'm gonna go... I'm basing this off of, like, the Fenrir tattoo, right? But, so that goes against what I had been saying. That, like, I thought that a Fenrir tattoo wouldn't be a... whatchamacallit? I don't know.
The body's appearance and measurements are consistent with her records.
That too, I guess.
Right, Kyoko?
She was 5 foot 6 inches tall and
But
weighed 97
so was
pounds.
Junko.
Her everything in her
Sorry.
profile is consistent with that corpse.
And then there's the matter of the Fenrir tattoo. So there's no question it's her.
But if Mukuro's not the mastermind, then who's actually still alive?
Junko would be still alive. Someone's made it look like they died, but they're actually still alive. And there's only one person it could be. It's Junko.
Here's my answer. Junko is still alive. It's the only possibility.
Are you sure about that?
Huh?
I admit, since Mukuro is undoubtedly dead, Junko does seem to be the only other explanation.
And this is a version of Junko we have not met. But, like, things line up because of, like, the photos with her face not being shown. The actual, like, the fact that she has, like, a Monokuma tie as well in some of those photos.
But we saw her get impaled. She died right before our very eyes.
And we saw Mukuro get killed, right?
If Junko were still alive, the death we saw would had to have been some kind of charade.
It's actually pronounced charade.
But you yourself confirmed she was dead, did you not?
I mean, they left her body laying there for quite some time. Now that you mention it, I gently placed my hand on Junko's lifeless body. I touched her wrist to check for her pulse, like they do in movies and stuff, but she really is dead. There wasn't anything else to say. She was gone. I did check, absolutely, and I can say for sure.
She was dead. There's no question. Junko was dead.
So, the idea that she's still alive.
It must be wrong.
No, it's not wrong.
Then you're withdrawing your previous statement?
I know you gave it your best shot, but too bad. I guess your conclusion was a dud. Too bad, too bad.
This case hasn't been decided just yet.
Was this another situation where I could have chosen Junko or Mukuro?
Oh? You haven't given up already, have you, Makoto?
We still have the group photos. Huh?
No, of course not. There's no way I'd give up that easy.
Like, I know he screwed up that last time we had, like, multiple choices and it could have led to different outcomes. Is this one of those situations?
That's all well and good, but how do you intend to solve the problem standing in your way? Junko absolutely died. Mukuro absolutely died.
Then both of them are dead, right? There can't be any kind of survivor story.
No, how? All right, so here's the thing. This is the thing that's bothering me. Is that we keep saying one absolutely died, but we've already clarified that there were 2 deaths for 1 person, and that person was Mukuro. So that would mean that Junko is still alive. The issue that I'm having right now is that we probably have a case of stolen identity. So, for instance, Mukuro took Junko's identity. Something like that. I don't know. Or like when someone was, because we all lost our memories when we came to, maybe one of them like got confused of who they were and like took on someone else's identity. And that way the mastermind was able to hide behind Monokuma, which makes me think it's more Junko, right? Right? My guess is like Mukuro took on Junko's identity to maybe fit in better. Like there's I'm developing this whole backstory before because like Mukuro seemed to be very quiet in like the pictures. Like she didn't really do anything. She just kind of like stood there in the background at times, looked very serious. Maybe she took on Junko's identity once they had their mind erased. Like she envied Junko or something like that. I don't know. I'm developing my whole headcanon now, and this gets me into trouble during these investigations, during these the trials.
I think we need to look at this from the opposite direction.
Huh? The opposite direction?
Let's assume Junko is still alive. If so, how could she have survived?
How could Junko have survived? I checked her. She was dead. I'm sure of it. I mean, she used Mukuro's body. Again, her face is not being shown there. But still, if she were alive somehow, could it be that Junko's not the one that died? It wasn't Junko, but somebody else entirely? Maybe she used some sort of trick? Oh no. Dude, I don't even know. We're gonna die on this, I think. I don't know. Let's try out one of these R's. I still don't know. I need an A, I think. Start off with... Oh, trainee. There we go. What is this word? Oh, replace. Replaced?
Now I understand.
Now I understand. Replaced. I was like, what is this word?
That's it. What if she switched places with someone else?
That's what I'm freaking saying. That's what I'm saying.
Switched places?
That's right. Before the spears could kill her, she got someone to take her place. Specifically, Mukuro Ikusaba.
Wow.
Then that would make it Mukuro's corpse that showed up later.
Yes.
Which is why the body's height and weight and everything match Mukuro's profile, right?
That's why they have the same freaking dimensions in their profiles. So that would mean Junko started this whole killing game from the beginning. Fudged her profile. Junko's profile. And that's oh my god, that's it. So she dressed up, she brainwashed somehow. Wow, I got really bright in here. She brainwashed Mukuro once everybody was like sedated, brainwashed Mukuro into thinking that she was Junko. Rewrote Junko's profile to match body structure, to match that, right? And then tore out Mukuro's actual profile. So she fudged Junko's new Junko's profile to match Mukuro's features, and then removed Mukuro's original profile. That's why they have the same dimensions. And that's why we don't see Junko's actual face, because we don't actually know what Junko actually looks like. So the Junko that they do show is just Mukuro's face. That's it. That's it. And that's where we're ending the episode. That's it. That's it. See you later. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that thumbs up button, the subscribe button, and the bell icon. Stop by Premiere Monday, Wednesday, or Friday at 2 p.m. EDT right here for more Danganronpa content. Until next time, go forth the rest of your day, make it a good one, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.